dedicated to southern and eastern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. Day 2 of the Black Jewel sales hearings, and still little information for Eastern Kentucky miners tonight. No miners made the trip to Charleston, West Virginia today, so WYMT's Connor James is back with them at the protest site in Cumberland. He joins us now live. Connor?
We're nearing the end of that second day of Black Jewel hearings up in Charleston, and many miners, like you said, they all stayed here, listened in over the phone, and tried to determine what comes next for them. Many at the end of today still don't have answers. Multiple recesses throughout today's court hearings meant there were multiple deals attempting to be made, but Black Mountain and Lone Mountain mines have a future that's still yet to be determined. Now, all of this stems from that initial disagreement between Copper Glow and Caterpillar over equipment at the sites. These miners have been listening off and on from about 10 this morning when the trial started. Through this all, we've been able to figure out the sale of some mines yesterday, but the future of other mines in this area, well, that's yet to be determined.
Yeah, we just want to know if it's going to be bought or if they're just going to liquidate it. You know, what's the plan here? And like, we still don't really, still kind of up in the air. Just want answers.
Yesterday, court dismissed. They adjourned actually around 6:15. That's because there weren't arrangements made for security to stay. Whether or not those arrangements have been made tonight, we're not really sure. So we really don't know if it will end sooner or if it will go long into the night. I'm in Harlan County. Connor James, WYMT Mountain News.
All right, Connor, thank you. Also in Harlan County, a 13-year-old is charged with criminal mischief after vandalism at an elementary school. The sheriff's office says a teenager broke a glass backboard on a basketball goal behind the school by throwing rocks at it. The charges have been turned over to the court-designated worker.
And those clouds have been increasing throughout the day, and that'll really continue as we head into the rest of those evening hours. We'll go ahead and take a look at a few of those cameras. Good news is most of us on that drier side, US 119, US 23 into Jenkins. You can see they have been on that drier side today, and a few clouds. You can see kind of a shadow here and there. Mountain Parkway over into Powell County, you're seeing a few of those clouds as well. Definitely on the drier side over there as well. Now, satellite and radar, there's those clouds increasing, and a few of those isolated showers have been popping up over the past couple of hours. You can see up into parts of Rowan County, even up into parts of Morgan County that moved through parts of Menifee County, and looking at another of just a stray chance for a shower or two. But those rain chances really do look to increase as we head into the rest of those overnight hours. You'll notice temperatures into about those low to mid 80s, some spots into the upper 80s. You'll notice a cool down up into parts of Moorhead. Dew points upper 60s to lower 70s, not as nice as they were yesterday. Unless you're in Wise or Pikeville, those lower 60s, not too bad. It's definitely feeling on the muggy side, those upper 80s to maybe even lower 90s in some spots. So definitely hot and humid, but a cold front will move in, bring in those rain chances and cool us off a little bit. I'll have a look at that full forecast coming up in just a few short minutes.
All right, thank you, Paige. Last year during Labor Day weekend, officials with the State Transportation Department say alcohol consumption was a factor in 63 car crashes in the state of Kentucky, and officials say 26 people were injured. Today, local and state law enforcement officials met in Paintsville to discuss how they can work to lower those numbers using the state's Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign. WYMT's Buddy Forbes has more.
While Labor Day is still about a month away, law enforcement agencies want to be proactive to make sure everyone stays safe.
Our main hope is just to hopefully that everyone can get on the highway as they need to and get home safe in the end.
Tuesday, they met in Paintsville to discuss traffic precautions surrounding Labor Day weekend.
Impaired driving, distracted driving, speed enforcement, some grants that are out there for more patrols on the highway during this high traffic time.
They say the extra precautions should help everyone.
Put some more emphasis on getting the problems taken care of before they become fatalities and accidents on the highway.
Officials say Labor Day weekend is one of the most dangerous weekends in terms of intoxicated driving, which is where the annual Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign kicks in.
Hopefully it will deter someone from getting out. If they are going to drink or whatever and they need to stay home or stay out from behind the wheel.
Trooper William Petrie says sobriety checkpoints and public awareness are often the best ways to keep people from making the decision to drive impaired.
The numbers usually are staying about the same from the past 2 years, but we'd like them to go down and have a lot less fatalities and accidents.
Officials say the issue is not isolated to Labor Day, adding that there were more than 4,700 alcohol-related collisions last year, resulting in 87 deaths. In Johnson County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Now the campaign kicks off August 16th. Officials also encourage drivers to be alert of their surroundings and report any possible issues. The campaign will run until Labor Day, September 2nd. A former Kentucky high school basketball coach is accused of child molestation in Louisiana. Stephen Weir was the head basketball coach at Sayre until 1999. He eventually took a job with a private school in Louisiana. He's now charged with 25 counts of molestation of a juvenile and 60 counts of prohibited sexual contact between an educator and a student. Investigators say Weir molested a child between 2006 and 2012. He was arrested in Lexington while visiting family and then fired last month. Today, 25 veterans were added to the Kentucky Veterans Hall of Fame. They are from all across the state. Today's ceremony started in style. A Fast Tracks parachute team delivered the flags to the Capitol front lawn. This is the 6th class to be inducted, and they represent all branches of the U.S. military. They served in conflicts as far back as World War II.
Well, I came back from Vietnam, in 1969 after my second tour. It was a very unpopular war, and people were calling you baby killers and spitting on you, and over a period of time, especially during the Ronald Reagan era, people began recognizing the veterans for the sacrifices that they had made, and the whole attitude toward veterans has changed. And it's just amazing to see how much the general public supports veterans today.
In other news, the city of Hazard is completing its first summer of a civic fellowship program. The group of interns were tasked with one big project during that time. WYMT's Madison Pergram has more from the interns and their experience.
Nearly 200 hours later, 3 Civic Fellowship interns will be graduating from this summer program.
When I first heard about this, I was actually searching for things to do in the community, volunteer, and just to be able to get out.
Samantha Turner, a junior at Perry Central, was just looking to get involved and came across this opportunity on Facebook.
In no way did I expect to meet the people that I had. We've met so many amazing people.
An opportunity to meet people.
You can't really put a price tag or anything like that on getting to know your community on a deeper level.
While also helping those in the community.
I'm a college student, so I needed to make money, but it would be doing something that I'm so passionate about, and that's helping this area.
The interns were tasked with building the area a dog park.
When we came into this, it was just an idea, and we really had the notion to make it happen.
Stacy Fugate, a junior at UK, says an idea accomplished in 4 steps: research, crafting a budget, fundraising, and finally construction.
Our fence is constructed, and we are waiting on the arrival of our benches, and our trash cans and receptacles just actually came into the county garage.
Teaching her that there will be bumps in the road, but to always think ahead.
The thing that I've learned most with this internship is that you always need to be thinking ahead and thinking on your toes.
Learning a lot about themselves.
A high school girl that wanted to be a doctor, now 2 months in, I'm looking to run for city offices sometime.
While also bettering the place they call home. In Hazard, Madison Pergram, WYMT Mountain News.
The Civic Fellowship Program is a paid program. The City of Hazard has plans to continue it next summer and will take new high school and college applicants from Perry County. We've now got some breaking news just in the Black Jewel sales hearing. We have just learned the court approved Copper Glow's bid to purchase the Black Mountain and Lone Mountain mines. We are told a fund will be set up for those miners. We're still gathering information on this, and we do want to stress the sale is not final, but obviously this gives those miners a glimmer of hope that they may be able to go back to work. The court only approved their bid. So we're working on this, and we'll hope to have more information coming up at 6 o'clock. Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, a well-known author has died. We'll look back at the life of Toni Morrison.
And those rain chances look to increase as we head into the next couple of days. Overall, they are on the scattered side due to that cold front. I'll have a look at that full forecast coming up in just a few short minutes.
Pike County substitute teachers are getting a $20 pay raise. Coming up, I'm Marianne Fletcher, and I'll tell you why.